Hey Soul Fam, Amelia Adia here. I hope you guys are feeling good and doing good. I'm feeling good. I'm doing good. And you know I got a great topic for you today. For those that are new to the channel, we welcome you. We welcome you to the Soul Fam. In order to be a part of the Soul Fam, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and comment from time to time as you are applying the knowledge. Okay? Applying the knowledge is key. Now let's get into some things, so fam. Let's talk about going from relationship to relationship, the pros, the cons, the whys, the whos, the hows, the whats. We're gonna discuss it all, so fam. So grab your tea, grab your snack, grab your notepad, okay? And let's get into some things. I grabbed my fan. I'll put on the fan, okay? All right, and it's heating up, We're gonna talk about some things, so fam. So number one, so fam, is it's never really okay to be going through relationship without that time for yourself to heal. Okay? So if you are someone that's going through relationship, and it's just left, right, number one, make sure you're having time to heal and breathe and you're not using anyone as a rebound. Because the number one, you're gonna go through relationship if you're just looking for rebounds, right? And it's gonna just keep repeating itself. Also, so fam, you gotta understand that when you are someone that's going from relationship to relationship, and depending on the time frame, right? So say you've been in long-term relationships, then you definitely need long-term healing, right? But if you go through long-term relationships, it's not necessarily a horrible thing. It's you're growing, you're learning, you're elevating, and sometimes our partner doesn't grow with us, right? So fam, and sometimes we are the ones that aren't being intentional in the beginning. So you can easily go through relationship if you don't even know what you want, right? So fam, some of us, we get in relationships and we're moving too fast, right? We're just ready for love and ready to be relationship goals, that we are not being intentional in the beginning. That is how we want to get into things, so fam. Because love should last. Let's be honest. Love, if it's real love, it should last, right? And if you are not having yourself prepared and you just jumping ship, then you're taking that risk of it not lasting. So let's speak on intentional dating and intentional relationships, knowing what you want, knowing what you don't want, knowing what you like, right? Meaning what you like to eat, what you like to do, where you going, do you have goals set for your life? See, often, so fam, we're looking for a relationship to start our life. We are trying to create a relationship to start our life. And that's not how relationships should be developed, right? You should have your own life first. And then that person should come along and add value. You guys should be adding value to each other, right? One shouldn't be more accomplished than the other. So oftentimes you'll see people go from relationship to relationship because one person is looking for a savior, looking for a life. You cannot be someone who's looking for a relationship to have a life. You have to start creating your life first. Okay? Create your life. Know what you want out of life. And that'll help you learn what it is you're looking for in a partner. Some of us, we don't even know what a relationship is, how it works, where's it going. We're just thinking we're in a relationship because we in the bed, right? We jumping the gun. We moving too fast. We being fast, right? We have to learn how to slow down. A relationship isn't a bad partner, and that the generation, you know that generation where everything is hot and heavy. Listen, so fam. Once that moment is over, and you guys don't have anything to talk about, and you guys didn't build a emotional connection, and you guys didn't have a connection beyond the physical, then that relationship is just going to be searching for pros and searching for a connection when the connection should be at first. We should have a connection first. Ooh. Right, so fam? You should have so much to laugh about, so much to talk about. Some of us in these relationships, we're just texting. Texting is not real, so fam. It doesn't matter how many emojis, how many jiffies, how many liffies, how many XYZs. Texting is not real. And some of us, we're building our relationship and we're building our connection from reading text. And when you do that, so fam, you don't get to actually feel what someone is saying. You don't actually get to hear what someone is saying. And all of that is what's needed. That communication is needed to really create some love. You know, to really create some memories, some moment. And when you do it through text, it takes away the value. All right, so fam, so make sure you developing these relationships and you going from, make sure they were relationships. Make sure you guys had conversation. A relationship is a conversation. Okay? Where's that growth? Where's that misunderstandings? How can we work through these misunderstandings? How can we move from 1, 2, 3, 4? How can we grow? All right, so fam. So if you are someone that's going from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship, slow down. Slow down. Some of us, we are ready for that final result. We're ready for that Jack and Jill on the hill, the carriage with the marriage. We ready for the final result, and we're not learning the maintenance that's needed for these long-term relationships. So we jump into these relationships without learning how to solve a problem. Some of us, we want to have partners, and then when things go wrong, we want to just start over and leave them alone, and we'll never get past that start over stage. Some of us jump from relationship to relationship because we just enjoy the thrill of getting to learn somebody new, and then when it comes down to doing work, we run. When it comes down to listening, we don't know how to listen. When it comes down to compromising, we don't know how to compromise and be flexible. We don't know how to sacrifice for growth. So when you're jumping from relationship to relationship, how are those relationships ending? Look at the past ended relationships and see, okay, what is it that I could be doing better for someone? See, we get into these relationships and they're one-sided. We begin to get selfish and greedy and see how much we can take from a person. And once we've taken everything we can take from that individual, then we discard them, not realizing the pain that we cause them. Ooh, come on, Sophia. Ooh. So you don't want to be that individual that goes from relationship to relationship and sucking everything you can from an individual and then discarding them when they're gone. And say you're on the other end of that, right? Say you're the one that's getting sucked and drained and you're left lifeless, you know? You have to be more mindful of how much you are giving. Sometimes we want a relationship so badly that we're willing to give our last sock for that relationship, when that other person is not willing to do the same for us. If someone is not willing to do half the stuff you are willing to do, then the love may not be equal. Ooh. Y'all might not be on the same page, babe. Y'all might not have the same definition of love and relationships. Y'all may not be reading the same books, okay? Y'all might be on different levels. And when you're on different levels, right? And someone is down here with love, they don't understand it, they're gonna pull you down like this. Yeah. And then they're gonna be like this, and you're gonna be down here screaming for someone to pick you up, right? So when you jump from relationship to relationship, so fam, you have to have that balance. You have to have that mindset. You have to be in tune with what's happening with you, what's happening with your emotions, what's happening in these situations that's causing the relationship to end. Sometimes the relationship is over way before it's over, and we just aren't doing the right work to either save it or leave it when it's time. And this is why dating is so important, so fam, and why it's important to close your legs and open your eyes, both men and women. Okay? No one is more guilty than the other, both of y'all. Okay? Y'all need to open up your eyes, open up your ears, and pay attention during the dating stage. Because these attitude problems that our partners are having, it shows. When you guys are dating, all you hear are complaints. Those are red flags. And if you haven't seen the video on how to develop a relationship, go watch that video after this, okay? And see how to develop a relationship so that you can understand, okay, what is it that I'm doing that's failing my relationships, right? What's causing it to go wrong? Because when we're in front of a person, right? When we're in that physical appearance of someone, sometimes we hold our tongue. We don't want to hurt their feelings, right? We're scared to speak our piece. Maybe something in our past has caused us to always just stay shut and suck it up. And we have to realize our voice matters and our opinion matters, and we have to learn how to communicate with someone in person without being so angry. Some of us, we don't know how to express unless we're a mess, right? Unless someone shook us up and got us all upset and flustered, then we can say what we want to say. No. Have the courage to say what you want to say every time. And this takes practice, so fam. I'm not saying this as if it's easy, because I understand. There's friendships that we cherish and we don't want to ruin them by saying the truth. But one thing I've learned is if someone is your friend, if they really your friend, they will understand who you are when you come into them and you expressing yourself. They will understand that you're not trying to hurt them. You're not trying to be mean. They will understand you if you guys are friends trying to have a relationship or vice versa. And if you are in a relationship where you can never speak your piece or have that conversation, then okay, then maybe it is time to exit. Okay? Because if I can't communicate with you and you only can communicate with me, then this is not a relationship. Okay? That sounds like a pet relationship, right? Dogs and cats don't speak. You tell them what to do and they do it eventually, right? So understand, you don't want that type of relationship. You are no one's pet. So when you're going from relationship to relationship, in the beginning, if someone is late, say, hey, I don't like when you're late. Hey, I don't like when you say those words. We have to learn how to express things that we don't like and understand that if there's something that we don't like, it's okay to tell it to someone else that we're in a relationship with. Sometimes we have been trained and programmed that when there's something wrong, shh, let it slide. Shh, let it slide. I have a memory that just flew by. I'll share it briefly. And I was in this relationship, and when things was going left, and I was expressing myself to his mother, she was like, shh, let it slide. She didn't say shh, but she was like, just let that one slide. Just let that one slide. And I did. So fam. And it was one of my biggest mistakes, was letting it slide, letting it slide, letting it slide. So fam, don't let it slide. You will cause yourself more pain, which means you gotta do more healing, you gotta book more sessions, and you're gonna have to do 2 times more work to get yourself back up. So don't let it slide, babe. It's not worth your peace. It's not worth your heartbreak. It's not worth your time. If someone is continuously being disrespectful, the first time, ooh, all right, so fam, don't be tripped up, don't be slipped up, don't be falling short. All right, so fam, there are pros and there are cons of going from relationship to relationship. One of the biggest pros is you will grow and you will learn as long as you're taking the lessons that's needed. Okay? One of the biggest cons is just not knowing what it is that you want when you go into the relationships. Not noticing red flags from the beginning and just jumping and rushing into a relationship just to say you have a relationship. Running from things that you know you have to fix within yourself. A relationship is not going to fix you. A relationship is not there to start your life. Relationships are there to better us once we already get things going. Right? Get your life going. Get your brand going. Get your school going. Get your finances together. Don't look for someone to come and try to fix your life in those areas, because that's not what relationships are for. And when you learn that and you operate from that and you truly do the work that you know you need to do and you truly do the healing that you know you need to do, your future relationships become better, happier, fulfilling, and worthy of your time. All right, so fam, if you need to book a session and talk about it, let's talk about some things. Let's talk about some things. So, because I know it get a little wild out there and out there on the scene. So let's talk about it. If you need to get you a course, I have courses available. If you want to just get you a good read, 77 Pieces of Poetry is available on Amazon.com. All right, so fam, my details are always below. It's always great to talk and have an unbiased friend. And in order to be a part of the soul fam, again, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and apply the knowledge. So fam, applying the knowledge is key. All right, don't let it go in one ear and out the other. All right, so fam, Amelia Adair here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I'm going to see you at the next one. Bye for now.